Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. This is not good news. This is being reported by the U.S. Sun, and it goes a little something like this. Sad struggle. Wendy Williams is permanently incapacitated from her tragic dementia battle, her guardian claims in court. So the U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the stunning court admission by attorneys for Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, which was entered into the record as she battles with a lifetime over the documentary Where is Wendy Williams? In the filing, Sabrina's legal team calls Wendy 60, an acclaimed entertainer who tragically has been afflicted by early onset dementia and as a result has become cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. The admittance of the extent of Wendy's illness is a crushing blow to her loyal fan base, many who have held out hope that one day she may make a triumphant return. The filing further states in January 2022, after becoming aware of a pattern of disturbing events concerning Wendy's welfare and finances, Wells Fargo took the highly unusual step of initiating a guardianship proceeding on its own initiative in the Supreme Court of New York, the Supreme Court of New York County, to seek the court appointment of an independent guardian for Wendy's financial affairs. In the document, the guardian's legal team pleads to the court for certain portions of the case about Wendy's health, familial relationships, and finances to be redacted to protect her privacy. We respectfully request that the court grant plaintiffs' motions for limited redactions to protect non-public information from the guardianship proceedings that has been placed under seal by the court overseeing that proceedings. The paper continue. You know it ain't gonna never sit right with me. Let me tell you something. It ain't gonna never sit right with me that this white lady done swooped in. They had this white lady swoop in, and now she pretty much in charge of the church's money. I don't like that. I'm not saying it would be better if she was black, because you can hire somebody black and they be up to no good too. It's not. I mean, ain't none of this our business. Okay, it's not my business, and I can't do nothing about it. But it ain't gonna never sit right with me that girl, I don't know this fool's. I didn't know what's going on over there. Um, Back in February, Wendy's Guardian tried to stop Lifetime from releasing its documentary from the iconic TV show host with a restraining order. We already talked about that. They also talked about how she filed an amended complaint on September the 16th, 2024, which was served to all defendants, including A&E Television Networks, Entertainment One Reality Productions, Lifetime Entertainment Services, Creature Films, and director Mark Ford. The suit was then moved to federal court from New York Supreme Court in October. Then they talked about Wendy's diagnosis. As the U.S. Sun previously reported, Wendy was diagnosed with alcohol-related brain damage where she was placed in a guardianship in 2022. In 2019, now this is why I did not know this. I don't even remember even talking about this. In 2019, Wendy was given the devastating alcohol-related brain damage diagnosis during a rehab stay in Florida, sources claim. While in Florida, a brain scan was done as part of Wendy's rehab stay. A neurologist sat down with a star, her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., 23, and her then husband, Kevin Hunter Sr., 51. The doctor explained to them that Wendy was suffering from alcohol related brain damage. They told her that her alcohol abuse had done permanent damage to the layers in her brain, the source said. I did not know that. Now, of course, we have assumed, I think people have said that Wendy, I think that some of us have said, I think even me too, that when Wendy probably stopped, well, some of y'all don't even think she stopped. When she stopped doing a little blow, that she replaced that with the bottle. And if these sources are correct, that's what it seems like. She went from sniffing to drinking to the point where they're reporting that the doctor has said that The alcohol abuse has done permanent damage to the layers in her brain. Girl, she was drinking every day, all day. Girl, that gasoline. Girl, don't get it twisted. You know we love us a cocky. We love a cocktail, okay? We love a nasty cocktail. But girl, not to the point where girl, let me shut up. I don't want to sound insensitive. Um, they also talk about after the U.S. Sun reached out to Wendy's guardian for a response to the claims, they publicly announced that the star had been diagnosed with dementia, right? That was pretty much it, girl. I'll put the link to the article in the description box if y'all want to read the rest. So that's where we are with Aunt Wendy. Girl, don't judge me. I didn't even make it to Target or Walmart. I ended up going to the Galleria. This ring light is playing games. The whole point of me going to the store was to go to Target and Walmart, and I completely forgot. I ended up going to the Galleria. Girl, walked around the Galleria. I was gonna buy some candles, and then I changed my mind because I really don't need candles. And then I sat down in the middle of the gallery and started watching Instagram and stuff on. Girl, I don't have no life, girl. And then I was gonna go to Saks and walk around, and then I got frustrated too. Girl, we're gonna talk about that in another video. So I didn't make it to Target or Walmart to go get the ring light. So we still this is the same ring light that I was having problems with. Girl, you see her blinking off and on? There she go. There she go. There she go. There she go. Girl, there she go. All right. So yeah, that's the news on Auntie Wendy. Um, all we can do is hope for the best, and that's really it. Um, yeah, it's so crazy. I always think about her. I always think about Wendy Williams. Like, I wonder how she's doing. I wonder what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder how she's doing. I hope these people are treating her the right way. I hope these people are not taking advantage of her. You know? It's going to be what it's going to be, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's move on. All right, so this is according to the Jasmine brand. So Andy Cohen reacts to Kenya Moore taking accountability for explicit image scandal during RHO filming. So on Andy Cohen is weighing in on the latest RHOA drama on Kenya Moore seemingly taking accountability for the explicit image scandal during her recent appearance on Tamron Hall. Andy, the face of Bravo, said I thought it was great. I've talked to her a lot over the last few months, and I was happy to see that. The drama unfolded when Kenya showcased an explicit image of newcomer Britt Eady during her hair spa grand opening, a moment filmed for the show. Kenya later exited mid-season, citing safety concerns. On the show's casting and future, Andy added, "This season is a very pivotal season for the show, and we wanted to make sure we were sending it off into the future, and we did." Let's take a listen to what Miss Andy Cohen had to say. This weekend was Bravo Fest. I think it was like a two. I think it was like a 2-day event. No, I think it was 3 days. I think Thursday and Friday they had live tapings of Watch What Happens Live, and then I think Saturday was like kind of like a mini BravoCon in a way. I didn't go. I'll definitely be at BravoCon this year though. Okay, not this year, 2025. But I'll definitely be at BravoCon, but I didn't go to the fan fest. I was just I thought about it and I was like, girl, no, catch me in November, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and listen to what Andy had to say.
Your thoughts on Kenya taking accountability for the photo thing? Thoughts?
I thought that was great. Yeah. I thought it was great. I've talked to her a lot over the last few months, and I was happy to see that. And again, sorry, we're months away from Atlanta premiering, but it's really good. And I think there was a lot of people were saying, "Where's Atlanta? What's happening? What's taking so long?" What took so long is that we wanted to get it exactly right, and we were really serious about casting. And this season is a very pivotal season for that show. It's a major crossroads for the show, and we wanted to make sure that we were sending it off into the future, and we did.
Listen, I've been very vocal about Kenya Moore, At this point, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I guess we'll have to see how this all plays out when season 16 premieres. She did something she had no business doing. I'm going to stand on what I feel is a fact that they have allowed this type of gutter snipe behavior to go on time and time and time and time again. And there's never been a line drawn in the sand that the girls, have not allowed to cross. They always cross it. And in some cases, they've been rewarded. Some people could even say that Kenya's been rewarded for her bad behavior, right? Kenya is the one who did this. Girl, it don't even matter, girl. Kenya did it. But them producers knew what was about to happen, too. Hey, hello. Y'all all sit up there, mic'd up everybody, set up those pictures, knew what was about to happen, and still let it go on anyways. It's not to take away from the blame, because who did it? Kenya some more. But I'm just saying there's a few people whose hands are dirty. Now, who's the dirtiest is probably Kenya. But there's some girls who got some dirt underneath their fingernails. Hello? Hey, Truly Original. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. So that's for Andy, and that's what Andy had to say about Kenya. I think that Kenya gonna be okay. She's come out. She's taking accountability. The girl swore up and down Kenya will never take accountability, which she does. That's a lie. She always takes accountability. Kenya is the only one who has to get up. A girl, Kenya wore a Native American costume and had to get down to the reunion and give a whole speech. Girl had to go take a damn near a course. Okay? Anyways, it is what it is. All right, y'all. Let's move on. All right, so this is according to the Jasmine brand. So Wicked salaries raise concerns about pay discrepancies. Ariana Grande reportedly paid $15 million, and Cynthia, girl, I cannot pronounce her last name, paid $1 million. Girl, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. Girl. So when the Wicked cast was announced in 2022, it was well known that Ariana Grande desired to play Glinda. She had previously performed various songs from the musical, including The Wizard and I. Reportedly, Ariana negotiated a $15 million salary for the role, making her the highest paid cast member, surpassing her co-star Cynthia, who earned $1 million. The pay disparity may reflect their respective net worths, with Ariana valued at $230 million compared to Cynthia's $3 million. Still, several outlets have pointed out that both ladies had equal screen time in the film. What's your thoughts on pay? Let me say y'all something. I completely understand that if you are in a movie or a film or whatever with someone who is bigger than you, you more than likely won't receive the same pay that they're receiving, because they'll probably be the draw to the show or to whatever you're doing. Beyonce and who? Kelly Rowland, if they were in a movie together, unless Beyonce said it's going to happen, they not going to pay Beyonce and Kelly the same. You see what I'm saying? So I get it to a certain degree. I do. I'm not going to act like I don't. But when you think about how much money this movie made, girl, they said this movie made $165 million opening weekend. Do you hear what I just said? Let me look. Let me make sure. Wicked opening weekend. Wicked. Okay, this is according to Yahoo. Yes. Wicked broke 3 box office records in its opening weekend. Wicked triumphed over Gladiator 2. It grossed 164. Girl, can you imagine, girl, a movie that you starred in making grossing $164 million, and girl, all you got was $1 million, and y'all was mad at Monique because Monique don't want to go here and work. Girl, when I tell you, Cynthia and Ariana have been promoting the dog shit out of this movie. Every time I looked up, girl, Cynthia was dressed up, girl, as a wizard or as a witch or whatever she was, and girl, Ariana was walking around with pink on. They have been around the world, girl. Tootsie rolling, Girl, electric sliding, cha-cha sliding, girl, tastes like candy. I can feel it in the wall. Girl, I'm talking, they've been all around the world promoting this movie. And they say Cynthia only got paid $1 million. And that movie grossed 164 million. I'm hoping that she receives more based off of how much the movie is making. I don't know. I don't know. And you can imagine how much the people in the back probably making. Ariana making 15, Cynthia making one allegedly, and then girl, somebody else probably making 50, 40, 30. You know what I'm saying? And the two stars of the movie making 15 and one. Girl, if Ariana made 15, Cynthia made one, look how much do the other people make. But they must have been making pennies. I don't know, y'all. I'm just here to report the mess. That's all. That's all. I'm just here to report the mess. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, girl, I probably would have Quad is a skip girl. The way my account is set up, I probably would have took the million too and just prayed about it. I guess I'll take the million. It'll work out. God gonna find a way. It's gonna work out for me. Okay. Shout out to Ariana. And it's so crazy because I don't even go to the movies like that. But I was like, oh, should I go watch Wicked? I always gas myself up and say I'm going to go to the movies, and I never go. The last time I went to the movies was I think The Little Mermaid, and I took my nieces, and that was a mess because we went too late, and it was cold. It was cold in the movie theater, and we went too late. They were sleepy, and they were cold. I was like, we should have came early in the day. Anyway, that was my fault. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all. So just a quick warning, trigger warning, basically. We're about to talk about an R case. So Conor McGregor must pay $250,000 to a woman who says he R'd her. Civil jury rules. So a woman who claimed martial arts fighter Conor McGregor brutally R'd her and battered her in a hotel penthouse was awarded nearly $250,000 on Friday by a civil court jury in Ireland. Nikita Hand said the December the 9th, 2018 assault after a night of partying left her heavily bruised and suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. McGregor testified that he never forced the woman to do anything against her will and said she fabricated the allegations after the two had consensual sex. His lawyer had called Hand a gold digger. The fighter, once the face of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, but now past his prime, shook his head as a jury of 8 women and 4 men found him liable for assault after deliberating about 6 hours. He was mobbed by cameras as he left court but did not comment. He later said on social media X that he would appeal the verdict in the modest award. Hand's voice cracked and her hands trembled as she read a statement outside the courthouse saying she would never forget what happened to her, but would now be able to move on with her life. She thanked her family, partner, friends, jurors, and judge, and all the supporters that had reached out to her online, but particularly her daughter. She has given me so much strength and courage over the last 6 years throughout this nightmare to keep pushing forward for justice. I want to show her and every other girl and boy that you can stand up for yourself if something happens to you, no matter who the person is, and justice will be served. The Associated Press generally does not name alleged victims of sexual violence unless they come forward publicly, as Hand has done under Irish. Her lawyer told jurors that McGregor was angry about a fight he had lost in Las Vegas 2 months earlier and took it on his client. He's not a man, he's a coward, attorney John Gordon said in his closing speech. A devious coward, and you should treat him as for what he is. Gordon said his client never pretended to be a saint and was only looking to have fun when she sent McGregor a message through Instagram after attending a Christmas party. He said Hand knew McGregor socially and that they had grown up in the same area. She said he picked her up and a friend in a car and shared cocaine with them, which McGregor admitted in court on the way to the Beacon Hotel. Hand said she told McGregor she didn't want to have sex with him and that she was menstruating. She was on her flow had come. She said she told him no after he started kissing her, but he eventually pinned her to the bed and she couldn't move. McGregor put her in a chokehold and later told her, "Now you know how I felt in the octagon where I tapped out 3 times," referring to a UFC match when he had to admit defeat, she said. Hand had to take several breaks in emotional testimony over 3 days. She said McGregor threatened to unalive her during the encounter and she feared she would never see her young daughter again. Eventually, he let her go. I remember saying I was sorry as I felt I did something wrong and I wanted to reassure him that I wouldn't tell anyone so he wouldn't hurt me again, she testified. She then said, um, wait, she said she then let him do what he wanted and he had sex with her. A paramedic who examined Hand the next day testified that he had never seen before someone with that intensity of bruising. A doctor told jurors Hand had multiple injuries. Hand said the trauma of the attack had left her unable to work as a hairdresser. She fell behind on her mortgage and had to move out of her house. Let me tell y'all something. I've been trying to tell the people, because you remember one time Remy Ma made that dumb ass statement down to a state of the culture when she said that if you take money, if a woman, assuming well, she said a woman, but if a person well, I think she said a woman, but if a person takes money from, a civil case because they've been art, then she looks at that as you been a prostitute. I said this, like I always say, you don't know what people go through. You don't. You don't know what people go through when they have had something stolen from them. Okay? So, yes, the money will help. You don't know if people get behind on bills. You don't know if this woman or man couldn't go to work. You don't know if they can't sleep. You don't know if they've had to go to therapy. Like, you just don't know. So, yes, I am suing your ass for money. And yes, I want every dime. Now, girl, I'm trying to figure out why she got $250,000. Girl, what the rest of it at? Hello? What's the rest of it? Because that ain't no money. Girl, you could barely buy a starter home with $250,000. Hello? What the rest of the money? Police investigated the woman's complaint, but prosecutors declined to bring charges, saying there was insufficient evidence and a conviction was unlikely. Because we know that people don't take essay. Um, we know that people don't take essay complaints seriously. McGregor in his post said he was disappointed. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so McGregor in his post on X said he was disappointed jurors didn't see all the evidence prosecutors had reviewed. He testified that the two had athletic and vigorous sex, but that it was not rough. He said she never said no or stopped, and testified that everything she said was a lie. It is a full blown lie among many lies. He said when asked about the chokehold allegation, how anyone could believe that me as a prideful person would highlight my shortcomings. McGregor's lawyers told jurors they had to set aside their animus toward the fighter. You may have an active dislike of him. Some of you may even loathe him. There is no point pretending that the situation might be otherwise. I'm not asking you to invite him to Sunday brunch. The defense said the woman never told investigators McGregor threatened her life. They also showed surveillance video in court that they said appeared to show the woman kiss McGregor's arm and hug him after they left the hotel room. Farrell said she looked happy, happy, happy. McGregor said he was beyond petrified when first questioned by police and read them a prepared statement. On the advice of his lawyer, he refused to answer more than 100 follow-up questions. The lawyer ruled against Hand in a case she brought against one of McGregor's friends, James Lawrence, whom she accused having sex with her in the hotel. I'm sorry, the jury ruled against Hand in a case she brought against one of McGregor's friends, James Lawrence, whom she accused of having sex with her in a hotel without consent. Girl, he also got online and said this. What's his name? Conor. People want to hear from me. I needed time. I know I made mistakes. 6 years ago, I should have never responded to her outreaches. I should have shut the party down. I should have never stepped out on the woman I love the most in the world. That's all on me. Girl, y'all love to say y'all love somebody and go screw another bitch. Girl, I guarantee you, if she wouldn't have screwed a nigga with a big mandingo, she couldn't come back and say she still loved you and you believe it. Anyways, as much as I regretted, everything that happened that night was consensual, and all the witnesses present swore to that under oath. I have instructed my legal team to appeal the decision. I can't go back. I can't go back. I will move forward. I'm beyond grateful to my family, friends, and supporters all over the world who have stayed by my side. That's it, no more. Getting back to the gym, the fight game awaits. Girl, they convicted you of RAPE. Girl, you are a convicted RAPIST. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.